Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Philosophies for Life, the podcast where we dive deep into ancient wisdom and modern insights to help you live a more meaningful, fulfilling life. I'm your host, and today, I'm so excited to share with you a story that has touched my heart in ways I can't even begin to describe. It's a tale of compassion, destiny, and the profound mystery of life. A story about an angel, the god of death, and three little girls who teach us one of the most powerful lessons we can ever learn. Sometimes, what seems like a tragedy today may just be the seed of a miracle tomorrow. Let's set the stage. Imagine an angel, a messenger of the god of death, sent to retrieve the soul of a woman who has just passed away. But when the angel arrives, he's met with a heart-wrenching scene. Three tiny triplets, motherless now, with no father or family to care for them. One clings to her mother's breast, another cries bitterly, and the third has fallen asleep with dried tears on her cheeks. The angel's heart breaks. How can he take this mother's soul, knowing these children will be left utterly alone? So, defying his orders, he returns empty-handed, pleading for mercy and more time for the woman to care for her girls. But the god of death laughs and declares that the angel has overstepped, and for this act of defiance he will be punished, cast down to earth, unable to return until he laughs 3 times at his own foolishness. What unfolds next is a journey of profound realization, one that speaks to the unpredictability of life and the hidden blessings in what we perceive as loss. Let's start with a powerful teaching from this story, one that resonates with ancient wisdom across cultures. As Gautam Buddha once said, do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. This story embodies that truth. The angel, in his compassion, believed he knew what was best for those 3 girls, but he couldn't see the full picture. And isn't that so often the case with us? We react to life's events with fear or despair, thinking we know what they mean for our future, when in reality, we're only seeing a tiny fragment of the puzzle. Another beautiful insight comes from the Tao Te Ching, which teaches, when people see some things as beautiful, other things become ugly. When people see some things as good, other things become bad. This duality, this idea that good and bad are often 2 sides of the same coin, plays out so vividly in the angel's journey. When he is cast down to earth, shivering and naked, a kind cobbler sacrifices his family's comfort to clothe and shelter him. The cobbler's wife is furious, unable to see beyond the immediate loss. And here, the angel laughs for the first time, realizing how often we humans miss the blessings right in front of us because we're so focused on what we've lost. Let's reflect on this for a moment. How often do we do this in our own lives? We lose a job, and we're devastated, unable to see that it might be opening the door to a new passion. A relationship ends, and we feel broken, not realizing that it's making space for deeper self-love or a connection that truly aligns with who we are. The angel's first laugh reminds us that life is always working in mysterious ways, even when we can't see it. And here's the kicker. Because the angel was in that home, the cobbler's family eventually became wealthy beyond their wildest dreams. What looked like a sacrifice turned into a shower of abundance. Now let's talk about the second laugh, which comes during a moment of chaos. The angel, now working as a cobbler, defies instructions and makes slippers instead of shoes for an emperor, enraging the cobbler. But just as the cobbler raises a stick in anger, news arrives that the emperor has died, and slippers are needed for his funeral. The angel laughs again, realizing how futile it is to predict the future, or to make decisions based solely on past experiences. This reminds me of a quote by the poet Rumi, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." Sometimes, what seems like a mistake or a tragedy is exactly what's needed. We plan, we worry, we try to control every outcome, but life has its own rhythm, doesn't it? The third laugh is perhaps the most poignant. Years later, the angel meets 3 beautiful young women, accompanied by a kind old lady. he recognizes them as the triplets he couldn't bear to leave motherless. They're thriving, about to marry into the emperor's family, raised with love and wealth by a neighbor who took them in. If their mother had lived, they might have grown up in poverty and struggle. The angel laughs at his own short-sightedness, understanding now that destiny unfolds in ways we can't foresee. This moment echoes a teaching from the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever happened, happened for the good. Whatever is happening for the good. Whatever will also happen for the good. So, what can we take away from this story and apply to our own lives? First, let's practice surrender. When life throws us a curveball, instead of reacting with fear or frustration, can we pause and trust that there's a bigger picture at play? I'm not saying it's easy. Oh, I've been there. Trust me. I remember losing a big opportunity a few years back and feeling like my world was crumbling. But looking back, that no pushed me to start this very podcast, something I'm so passionate about. So next time you face a setback, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what if this is happening for me, not to me? Second, let's cultivate presence. As Buddha taught, the past is gone, the future isn't here yet, but this moment is yours. Whether it's a tough day at work or a strained relationship, focus on what you can do right now. Maybe it's a kind word, a small act of service, or just sitting with your feelings without judgment. Presence anchors us when life feels uncertain. Finally, let's embrace compassion, even when it's hard. The angel's initial act of defiance came from a place of love, and while it led to his punishment, it also led to incredible growth and blessings for others. The cobbler's kindness, too, changed everything. So, let's look for ways to show up with an open heart, even when it feels risky. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. Life is a mystery, and that's okay. We don't need to have all the answers. Like the angel, we might not see the full story until years down the line, but we can trust that every chapter, every joy, every pain is weaving something beautiful. So take a moment today to reflect. Is there something in your life right now that feels heavy or unfair? Can you step back and witness it without judgment, trusting that the future holds answers you can't yet see? Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey today. If this story touched you, share it with someone who might need a reminder that life's twists and turns are often its greatest gifts. Until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be. This is Philosophies for Life, signing off with love and light.